had a Smash JT video about, I guess some dude was like, I guess some dude is like coming out to like just going ham trying to defend Alyssa Mercante, who's currently like suing Smash JT. Oh, Chaos dropped us a recommendation as well. Did you drop that in the? Oh, I dropped that. Oh, you DM'd me that. I got you. Oh, okay. We're gonna do that one immediately after this one. It's a liminal space video. Sweet. All right, we'll do that one after this one. There's
What's
a short
going on,
one.
guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. For some reason, this Jake Steinberg character seems to be simping hard for Alyssa Mercante, and I can't figure out what he's trying to
Got
get
an
out
internet
of it.
simp.
But
Bro's out here gooning.
his logic makes absolutely no sense, and this isn't the first time I'm covering this character either. There was a previous incident where he was seemingly simping for Alyssa, and I thought that would be the end of it, but I should have known better because people like this never seem to understand what they're doing is completely illogical, backwards thinking, and at the end of the day, something that never seems to work out in the long run.
Listen, bro, internet trolls know how to do two things, alright? And that's goon and hate. And if they're not hating, they're gooning. And if they're not gooning, they're hating, alright?
Hit that
You gotta know what to
subscribe,
expect.
Give the video a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down Jake Steinberg simping hard for Alyssa Mercante. And I had to make this video because, yes, once again, he's doing it from behind a block and using his echo chamber to speak out and defend his queen, Alyssa Mercante, by lying through omission in the echo chamber on X that he's created for himself. And after I called him out, he has since gone protected and left the platform to potentially, supposedly, never return. In the
Now he's on Blue
saga
Sky,
of Alyssa Mercante,
the echo chamber.
Deflect any accountability while at the same time proactively pushing a lawsuit at me for daring to cover her antics in the public sphere of gaming. Jake
Well, I love seeing people like basically do the online equivalent of like being like, you suck and your opinions suck, and then like running away and like but into another castle into Blue Sky, just being like, haha, you can't criticize me back, you suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this?
Has now emerged as
I love
a staunch White Knight defender, using the same old tried and true underhanded tactics people like him always do. This is a way they further a false narrative. Jake is the former and failed journalist that left Game Explained to start his own venture on YouTube, failing there as well, I might add, and he isn't the biggest fan of seeing others get attention.
Yeah, you said fail? Come on,
journalist that left Game Explained to start his own venture on YouTube, failing there
2.98k subscribers. That's more than I got.
There as well, I might add, and he isn't the biggest fan of seeing others get attention.
Please subscribe.
In my humble opinion. I've covered him previously, simping for Alyssa Mercante, and I encourage everyone to check out that original video just to get
I've likely already seen it, to be honest.
We're dealing with here. His latest attacks on me begin with a tweet reply out of the blue that exemplifies perfectly the strategy that he tries to use to manipulate public perception. Stating, "The thing dumb Fs miss is that it's not about these words coming out of a harasser's mouth, though Jeff has said equally effed stuff. It's about knowingly cultivating and profiting off a space that encourages and celebrates this behavior." And of course, mind you, the first thing they jump to is the profiting, because
what does it mean, profiting?
Called out rightfully so. It always comes down to the money with these people. It's all they ever care about. And in that tweet, Jake shared images of super chats from Hypnotic's live stream from Saturday Night Hypnosis that I was a part of. It was a retweet from Alyssa Mercante stating, "This isn't a harassment campaign," and then people paid to have these jokes read out loud, somehow trying to imply that because I was there, I am now responsible for the content of other people's comments and super chats.
Yeah, like why? So How is this his fault? That's somebody else unrelated to him who paid money and made a really bad joke as a super chat. That's not his responsibility.
Which, I gotta be honest, Jake,
It's not even
I
his
can't
show.
control what people say, and this is one of those.
Yeah, that's like somebody out in the middle of the road saying something terrible and then getting mad at me for it. Like, I don't know him. I don't know that random stranger in the street. What does that have to do with me?
Want to have a good time.
He's the one saying
Don't
stupid
show
things.
up
That got
at
nothing to
the
do with
live
me.
stream. This is a deliberate conflation of reality, blaming me for the actions that are completely out of my control. It isn't just misleading, but it's a blatant attempt.
They are desperate to find anything they can possibly use to cancel this dude.
To pin unrelated behaviors directly on me. And it's the epitome of lying by omission, a consistent hallmark of their tactics. It always boils down to control with this type of person, complaining about things that are way out of the spectrum of anything that I could try to control myself, and then crying about it on the internet. And then you get the slippery slope of YouTube stepping in and then limiting what people are allowed to say and then limiting the freedom of speech from that. They twist context and ignore evidence. Jake's agenda is actually pretty simple and straightforward. Cherry pick out of context clips and tweets to sway public opinion, ignoring any kind of nuance and counter arguments. This is something that I have gotten used to out of these types of people, and honestly, I spot it immediately these days. My reply to his message exposes his baseless claims strategy. I said, "Notice how people like Jake Knows It operate to push an agenda. Though Jeff has said equally effed stuff, yet for some strange reason, they never provide any evidence. They constantly showcase only their side by using out-of-context clips, tweets to try to sway public opinion. These are loose words used to mold and fit any argument that in the grand scheme are completely meaningless. This is why
and I feel like most people see that. I feel like it's pretty obvious to most people.
Their arguments crumble under scrutiny because they rely on innuendos and blatant misdirection instead of concrete evidence. For instance, when Jake claims that she didn't dox anyone, he completely ignores the actual issue. As his follow-up tweet states, "She didn't dox anyone. She didn't call anyone's family. Also, if these guys didn't suck, then other guys would suck," is an insane way to justify behavior and completely falls apart the second you apply it to anything even remotely based on reality. Get a life. Alyssa Mercante's jubilant sharing of the legal document that redacted her own information while publishing mine is a roundabout way of doxing someone. And I said, it's pretty clear Alyssa did in fact dox me, quite jubilantly, I might add, by sharing a legal document redacting her own info but publishing mine. You guys continue to lie by omission. It is the definition of fake news. In addition to all that, Jake attempts to minimize Alyssa's behavior with another lie by omission. She didn't call anyone's family. This rhetorical sleight of hand ignores the actual issue. Instead of denying Alyssa's outright actions, Jake sidesteps the truth by reframing the argument. My response dismantled his attempt by saying, "My guy, we really gonna split hairs on this? Instead of saying what she didn't do, you should clarify what was done." Again, fake news, lying by omission. Here are Alyssa's messages to my wife where she tried to disrupt my marriage. And
she didn't call, but she tried to. She messaged his wife,
showing these screenshots of what Alyssa said to my wife when she went out of her way, hunted my wife down, found out her name, found her private Facebook information, and decided to try to ruin my relationship. What's most telling is that Jake makes these accusations while keeping me blocked on Twitter. By doing so, he ensures that I can't directly refute any of the misinformation to his audience. And I know we say it all the time, but this is one big club, and we're not in it. Judging by the B-roll of the film, you guys could probably already tell that Jake is on the casting couch for Giant Bomb, the very same area that Alyssa Mercante was at as well. This is the environment of access media, where these people protect their own at all cost, to the point of looking like a complete fool because they have no leg to stand on. Their house of cards is crumbling down, and they are doing everything they can to try to keep it intact. If you take a step back and see this for what it is, though, it's really disgusting. This is a classic tactic of those.
It's real manipulative, isn't it?
They need controlled environments to push their narratives because their claims cannot withstand any kind of open scrutiny. I tweeted, "Note that these tweets from Jake Knows It were made against me publicly while he has me blocked, so I'm unable to correct the misinformation. People like this need echo chambers to socially survive." I want to be crystal clear here. I'm not engaging in any illegal activity, nor have I ever. All the information I share is public, whether it comes from tweets, articles, or videos. My goal in all of this has always been to improve the overall quality of the entire gaming industry by calling out hypocrisy and trying my best to hold people accountable for their actions. Jake's attempts to frame me as some sort of harasser or enabler of harassment are once again nothing more than desperate smears designed to protect Alyssa from the justified criticism that she herself has earned. If Jake and Alyssa genuinely believe their actions are defensible, they should really start presenting their arguments in an open and honest forum rather than hiding behind selective narratives and blocked accounts. The gaming community deserves better than disgusting tactics of deception and omission. It's gone on for years, and people are starting to wake up to it now.
They know they're in the wrong.
With the honesty that they can't face having the light shined on them, they run away.
And they know.
Jake has since protected his account, and via the means that I have, I see that he is running away to Blue Sky, perhaps to never return to X because he can't stand the truth. These people are all the same. They fire shots at people, and then when you show the truth to them, they run away screaming harassment every single time. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised to get some sort of lawsuit threat from Jake as well, because it's exactly what Alyssa did to me when I called her ass out for the same type of stuff that she was doing. Jake followed up saying, "Dude uses holding people accountable as a shield so often, and yet the only material action he takes is complaining about people who are paid to write about video games." Which, I gotta be honest, right off the bat when I hear that, it's almost like he's frustrated that I'm not doing anything illegal, and he wants me to be so that he can get me in trouble for that. But he's frustrated that none of that is happening, so now he's just crying on the internet. So I replied, "What is your point here, Jake? I'm not doing anything illegal.
For real.
All information is public, be it tweets, articles, or videos. My goal is, and always
what was the criticism there
of the game industry? Might finally be time."
You say that as if holding people accountable is a bad thing.
But we all know at this point, if you're an extreme narcissist, that's never going to happen. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com. I will link this full article in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
There's something going on here where it's like barely registering in my brain anymore.
Yeah.
Bro, it's real scummy when you start to try to bro is actively trying to push a fake narrative. It's freaking it's a bit disgusting, isn't it? I freaking hate that. It's slimy. I'm gonna drop this video on the Discord, my dudes. Go drop a like, go drop a sub. Go support for sure. Smash JT. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today. I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi. That's all for now, monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!